Hello class again, this is Dwight Herring, live in my living room at home. I'm doing my informative speech tonight on the ministry. It's a great field to get in, which I've been in the ministry now over 27 years. If you're trying to do it for money, you might as well forget it. It's a service in which it's a calling from God in which you like to win souls. There's three main fields when you're dealing with the Word of God. In Ephesians 4:11 said God calls some evangelists, some teachers, and some pastors. Three great fields where anyone who has that desire of wanting to get into the ministry to demonstrate their ability to help others. And then when you're talking about evangelists coming into churches to help them, edify them, and to get them back on the firing line again, get that fire and that zeal back in their souls again, does a great job as evangelists to come and to minister and to help the pastor in that particular time of holding revivals. And also teachers. We're dealing with Sunday school teachers, youth teachers who take the time out to break the Word of God down, to show and instruct the young and the old in what the Word of God says about our average walk in front of a lost and dying world. And then the pastors. What a great responsibility the pastors have of serving the church and to be there for them, even when there may be a death or someone get in the hospital, or go out 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to go and visit that family. That pastor there is a help and a shoulder to lead on for that church, and also for others to come in and get that spiritual need and physical aspect of life also. Then when you're dealing with missionaries, what a great opportunity, special people. The average person, to me, could not be a missionary because it's a great responsibility. There's a lot of heartache, a lot of dedication when you're talking about traveling to another country to stay away from your family and dealing with that type of ministry. It takes a very special person to have that kind of ability. I like a statement that Billy Sunday made. He says, going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than a garage makes you an automobile. Now that's sort of a comical statement, but he's dealing with the fact, hey, just because a person goes to church doesn't make them saved. That's where church does come in effect. He's saying not go to church. He's saying going to church doesn't make you a Christian, but it does make you, once you do surrender to the Lord, it is dedication to the church in which you have that desire from that moment on to do more for the cause of Christ. I like what Dr. J.R. Rice says, is not till I die or not till Jesus comes will I ever be eased of this burden, those tears, the toil of the saved souls. What a great statement by this evangelist and pastor. He had that desire of winning souls. And that should be the desire of every Christian, is to win as many souls as they possibly can. Great example, other examples of great ministers and pastors, Jack Hyles, Curtis Hudson, Lester Roloff, Oliver B. Green. These great men sold out to God, willing to sacrifice themselves to win souls for the kingdom. That's the basic need of when you're talking about the ministry. The ministry is a great field to get into. It's a great field to show your Christian love in front of a lost and dying world, to show them what the true love of Christ is all about. As I mentioned, I'm here with my family who has been with me every step of the way as far as the ministry. It is not always a bed of roses, but it is rewards on the way, because you are going to have your ups and downs just like everyday life. There's so many people in the world today who is hurting. They're longing for that emptiness that only Christ can fulfill. And that's where the ministry comes in, for God's people to show the world that Jesus makes a difference in their lives. So we need to see that the ministry is more than just saying an occupation. It is a service and a dedication that not many is willing to do because of the sacrifices that you have to make, not only in your family, but in your own personal life. So as you think about an occupation that you're willing to want to get involved in, think about the ministry. Are you really sold out enough to be willing to go all the way for the cause of Christ? Are you willing to give yourself, your body, a living sacrifice according to Romans 12:1? It is our service as a child of God to be sold out for the Lord, to give ourselves to Him, and to be in a service that where you too be dedicated for the cause of Christ. Are you willing to take that step? If you are, the ministry is the right occupation for you.